This is the trend review for Wednesday, the 20th of September 2023. It was another normal distribution day where we moved from S2 to R3, or from R3 to S3. And today we had bullish pivots. So I was looking for a long actually, and I thought that we were gonna run from R3, but that was not the case. We actually dropped in the pre-market very fast, so you could sense the weakness. We tried to test to the top side, failed, and then we dropped, and we turned from S1 here. So this is what I should have taken a trade. I recognize that we were setting a very strong buy zone here with the wicks to the bottom. So I could have made my entry here with a 50-cent stop loss and then get allowed at R3, and once again hit at R3. I could have gotten short here in this area, and then we once again got bought back up, and then we tried to push past R3, but we failed. So we form a nice hammer. So this should have been my signal to pull the trigger at around 268, 268.50. If I held, I could have made it through these weeks and then partial all the way down to S3. But instead, with fear of missing out, I made an entry here. And at the engulfing of the 2-minute candle, I then got stopped out. Why? Because it's a less optimal entry. Although it was inside value and inside the pre-market high, but I made an entry after we had shown some strength here, and we were in value, so I should have stayed away and enter at a much better within the a much better place in the range. So this happened. We failed to break past the pre-market level, and I once again make the same mistake as before, making an entry on a candle that's pushing higher. We have buying pressure here, rejecting value to the top side. So even though I'm kind of engulfing and we fail to close above value and above the pre-market level, I'm still making an entry with buying pressure to the short side. And so that I should have finished my day at this point, but I broke my rules simply because it was kind of obvious the mistakes that I made. So I decided just to make an entry at 268.03 with a stop loss at 268.50, which was a reasonable entry I should have taken these past two opportunities, and I didn't. So I made that entry, let it run, tried to test to the top side, which is fine, and obviously we rejected, and with that rejection it was the obvious signal that we were gonna drop down, and I take my first partial at 266.40 for a 3 to 1, a little bit higher than 3 to 1, and then we recover one trading loss, and then we take another partial of 33% at 265.90 for another hour and a half. So we right now we are on the green with 0.5 R positive, and I should have gotten allowed here. And this signal right here was very important for me to make an entry long instead of short for a run to R3 and R2. And instead, I tried to add to my position here on this doji, which coincided with the 20 moving average. But on a day like this, the 20 moving average is just stuck in the middle, going up and down as it's not being used. The levels and the tools that are being used right now is just the Camarilla pivots, as we're having a normal distribution day. Unless something changes, we're just gonna bounce around value. So I should have gotten all out here. Anyways, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but I ended up the day slightly green for half an hour, and I should have respected my rules though. So intraday, the first trade we took was an A trade. We did not execute, so all of this is invalid. Same idea, same concept, did not execute, and this one will work. Yes. We had bearish, so everything was perfect. We ended up with 2.5, 2.6 more or less, but it's fine. And then again, a no, 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 no. So on this data set, this is the first trade I take that's invalid. Traded FOMO and anticipation, and it's the same for this trade. This trade generated 2.5 R, and it was a traverse. It did work, and resulted in a win, of course. On the daily, I did not respect rules, so I need to control my losses, but I refuse to end the day again on a negative. That's frustrating. Had good analysis. So the direction of the price action, and respected my stop losses. And a little bit didn't end up at goal. We only executed 33% of the trades. We took 3 trades, 1 and 2, and ended up with 0.5 R. And this was obtained though. It's not good. Number 3 second is fine. No, not really. So that's it for the trade review. I only executed one of the trades correctly. Took 3 trades, but I took 1 trade after my max loss for the day because I'm trying to keep losses short. Losses small. But yeah, I had a good reading of the stock today. To play traverses, normal variation day. But I didn't pull the trigger on these candles. I have to do that. And avoid trying to play some sort of candle pattern when this is much more simple. We have the stop areas here where I have to place my stop loss, so I just have to make an entry as high as possible and be reasonable with it, and an opportunity here for an entry. But that's it for the trading review today. Crawling back some losses, but I need to execute well so that I can have those big runs that I'm missing out on a day like today. And for tomorrow, since it's a normal variation day today, and we're actually making tighter and tighter price action, we could have an outside day tomorrow for a breakout to the long side. The daily chart is looking bullish. We are creating value higher from yesterday, so it's gonna have to break out sooner or later. But that's it for my trading review.